We wanted to challenge ourselves in the same vein as probably Top Gear. I think we were inspired by Top Gear.
Yeah.
And then slightly inspired by car throttle going around the Nürburgring as well.
Yeah.
The challenge we set ourselves is we want to get from Newcastle,
Yeah.
Tyne and Weir,
Yeah.
down to Dover, across the tunnel, over to the Nurburgring, do a couple of laps, come home. It's not a time, we have a time limit in the sense it's 3 days.
Since you can't be there forever.
Do it all in one.
Yeah.
But
So it's over a, sort of like a long weekend.
I think that the challenge that we're doing is not really the same challenge as car throttle, because his one was, can we make it back there and back on one tank of fuel? We're definitely not going to do that.
I was with the, what was it? Skoda Octavia. And the Octavia was like a bit of an old banger, which is this.
Our challenge is, can we get there and back? Because what we've done is we've set ourselves a budget of £500 to buy the car, and
Yeah.
we did it all in one day. So we had to just go on Gumtree, £500, find a car. Oh, it's going to lean in the car there. It's a bit low actually.
Tell us the specs, Michael.
It's a 1.7
1.7.
4 Puma, 120 horsepower.
120.
Weighs about a ton.
Yep. I think all the electrics work, or most of them apart from the rear washer.
So yeah, we ended up with this car, which we were quite pleased with at the time. Turns out it's a lemon, or it was
Bit of a lemon. Yeah.
It's a semi-lemon now.
Yeah.
We've had some work done to it.
Yep.
Our trusty garage has they've done what they can do in the time that we gave them.
I was going to say the name, but I don't think I don't know if
We'll say the name.
If we get back, we
we'll reveal the name.
reveal the name of the trusty garage.
If they make it.
Yeah.
Like more similar to one of those, like, you know, these cheap car challenges in Top Gear.
Yeah.
The difference is, Top Gear have a team of engineers following them probably to make sure the car makes it.
We've got Michael.
We've got me. And I don't know much, so.
Do you have a look at all the tools you've got? Or
Yeah,
reveal
let's have a
reveal
look.
all.
We're very, very confident that we're going to make it, and
Yeah.
that's why we've got all these tools. So that now explains the helmet. Camping chair. We've got lots of water. Because we have a coolant leak. We have a confirmed coolant leak.
We've got about, how many litres? About 8 litres or
We've got
something?
about 8 litres there, and we've got enough bottles for about 10.
That's ridiculous.
We've got our oil.
In case we need to give it an oil change. Or what?
Yeah, I know. I've brought the oil pan. I don't think we're ever going to need to empty the oil. We've got all the consumables. We've got our grease. We've got our brake cleaner. We've got our contact cleaner, silicone lubricant, easy gasket. We've got our oil, trusty Asda oil, trolley jack. We've got axle stands. We've got a wheel chocks. We've got my drill.
A drill. It's a drill.
With loads of tools.
Oh,
that's for wheel changes if we need to do that. That's basically just another box full of tools, and then all the safety essentials for driving in
A
Europe.
dust mask.
And a dust mask, yeah. In case I
For
need to do some
driving in
kind of-
Europe.
Yeah.
It's a new French regulation.
That's the one, yeah.
Good. Right, so
We're prepared for the worst. A budget of £500. We bought the car for 380. But we've had work done to it.
let's just say it's the 550 pound car challenge, because then
It's more
it's
like 600 quid, I think. in the end.
you know what? Just fly there. The tyres.
Yeah, so we got part worn tyres, 2 new tyres on the right hand side.
And how much was the service?
Service was 165, all included.
Oh right, okay, so we have gone over our budget.
And then we got the alignment, and I had to get a last minute alignment by quick fit, so that was 60 quid, which is a bit.
So that's
ridiculous,
220.
Yes,
So 270 or something.
yeah.
270 plus 380. 650 is that?
Yeah. It's
Right.
a 650 pound challenge. God, we're already late. It's 10
the time?
to 8.
We were meant to leave at 6
Yeah,
or
we're meant to
like
leave
half
at
6
half
maybe.
6 maybe. It's 10 to 8. We're
And
just
we-
about ready to go.
We need to go to the post office.
We need to go to the post office and pick something up. And then we can go.
Yep.
And we'll keep you updated.
Yep, we'll see you later. Easiest position to do. There we go. Perfect for what we're doing.
Dun, 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 dun.
We've got 302 miles until we get to Folkestone train. Everything's good so far.
Yeah,
Car's not giving us any issues. It's
no mechanical difficulties to report so far.
but how far have we gone?
Done
30 miles.
35, oh no, 36 miles.
36 miles. Just on 36 miles.
Yeah, so
301 to go. But of course, we've got some stuff in here.
From
the previous owner.
The previous owner
Some CDs. Flying shoes.
flying shoes. What's that?
Towns Van Zandt. Mazzy Star. So tonight, that I must see. What I might see to that I might see. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Greatest hits. Greatest hits. Greatest hits. Ministry of Sound. Chilled Hip Hop. Disc 2.
Disc 2.
Just that. Come on.
I should add that
There's no CD player.
there's no CD player in this car that we can find.
Literally the best.
Yeah.
The best of Christophers. How can I say it?
Christopherson.
Christopherson.
It's like a made up name. I'm convinced that the previous owner has just put them in there and made up all these. Like, he's just going on like random generator.
Random name generator.
I mean, if you saw Chris Christopherson,
I don't want to listen to that.
I don't want to listen.
I don't know. Especially if it was the best of.
I know it's not just
I listen to
it's
any
not just
album.
any average Chris Christopherson is the best. I wonder if we should call this car Christopherson.
Christopherson.
It's a bit clunky, but so's the car.
Oh. That's good. Not bad shit.
In all the time that we've spoken to the camera there, we've done about 3 miles, and we've brought 1,200 to the total. So that's,
Well, there and back.
there and back.
So, 600 odd to go. Till we get home.
I was just going to say, we could have a little tour of the cabin. So
what have we got?
we've got one phone here, set
We've
up
got
with sat nav.
one phone for sat nav.
We've got another phone there, which could be sat nav if we need it. Yep. We don't have any cup holders, so my Red Bull is lodged into the. Sorry, my energy drink. Unspecified energy drink.
It's not even Red Bull.
Yeah,
So you don't have to mind.
that's achievement. We've got our race-rated fire extinguisher screwed into the centre console,
Just in case it blows. In case we need it. We've got an aux cable which the previous owner installed.
Yeah,
which
so-
works.
So fire extinguisher is going to be useful in case
It's dodgy wiring.
in case
Used
that starts
to
to play up, blow up.
Other than that, man, I mean, we've got a full tank of fuel.
Just gone under fuel tank.
Just under already.
Just under a little bit, but
It's
engine
sipping.
temperature is normal. Engine temperature is normal. It's sipping fuel. We're confident we're going to
We might be able to get to the train on one tank of fuel. If we've got about 300 miles to go.
I'll come back for a little update later on.
So 30 miles in,
30 miles in, those going to
nothing to report.
go to black.
Can't understand your accent.
What is he
Shut up, bitch.
What are they saying? How annoyed with their voices.
Yeah.